This is IPC's proposal for handling of F40 road filing to the EU Standard Trader Interface. For our solution to function correctly, the postal operator must supply specific data references for both the postal operator and the haulier during the onboarding process. The postal operator must provide the same reference data elements that were required for the F42 airlines filing, which is already live. The postal operator must provide the new haulier reference data elements required for the F40 road filing. Particular attention must be paid to the carrier name, as the importance of this will become clear during the actual filing process. The origin post must generate and transmit a separate carded message for each consignment, based on each unique origin, destination UN/locode pair, regardless of the transport ID. The importance of this will become clear during the actual filing process. The carrier, haulier, must ensure that the CMR number is unique for their carrier name and truck. The CMR is used by the carrier and post to track the progress of the F40 filing. IPC shall expand the current EAD tool used for F42 carrier filing to include F40 filing for road. The shipment ENS shall be extended to include the option to file for road. The user shall select the Create New Shipment option. Then the user shall select either to fill an air transport or a road transport. In order to pre-fill as much data as possible, the user shall look for the carded message associated with the road transport. To easily find the carded message, the user shall enter the departure UN law code and the arrival UN law code and the transport departure local time. IPC shall then search for the associated carded, taking into account a leeway of 1 hour on either side of the entered departure time. The consignment ID is extracted and taken from the carded message. The CMR is mandatory and needs to be filled in by the haulier. The carrier name is taken from the carded and must match exactly the carrier name which was provided in the carrier reference data file by the postal operator. This is why it is important that the same carrier name is entered in the carded message by the postal operator as the carrier name provided in the carded reference file. The sending and receiving post is extracted and taken from the carded message. The active border transport data must be entered by the haulier, as it contains specific transport information, the registration plate, the type of transport, and the nationality of the truck. The haulier can enter the actual date and time of the departure. The estimated date and time of the departure and arrival are extracted from the carded message. The list of receptacles is extracted from the carded message. However, receptacles can be manually added or deleted. The border transport means contains the same data as the active border transport section and is an optional element. The haulier can indicate if containers are used on the truck. If containers are used, then the individual seal number of each container can be added manually. The UN law code for the loading and unloading is extracted from the carded and can be manually modified. Once all the required data has been entered and checked by the user, they can select the Send ENS option. IPC's EAD tool will translate all the entered data and extract specific data elements from the provided postal operator and haulier reference data and send ENS filing to the EU Shared Trader Interface, SDI, or relevant national customs system. In order to track the ENS filing status, the user can enter the CMR for road transport and see the progress of the filing. This is why it is important that the CMR is a unique value. As you can see from this presentation, the IPC solution is dependent on the data entered by the postal operator at setup and runtime. The carrier name links the carrier reference data to the carded. Therefore, it is important that the rules for declaration of the carrier name are followed and that this same carrier name is entered correctly into the carded. IPC serving the postal industry.